brings you the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rest as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's Brady to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And all the way down to the 12. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Brady, and he rifles one incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And following a touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
But you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Slant route to Miller. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to give him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Brady now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down. Clock rolling
as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Suck up for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, 31 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, Brady. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. first down. It's Carson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Brady now on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady to throw again. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Now Brady again. Slant route to Miller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady finding Miller once more, complete. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A 10-play drive that time. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them, shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I think this is a free play for Wilson. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round weekend. Now here's a throw that's complete. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Again, Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Shaquille Barrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defense.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And this is incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride is kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. throwing now. Wilson on first down.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 Divisional Round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
This is Carson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of battling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Throwing on first down is Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down in the end zone. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded just inside the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now Wilson. It's caught. Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll toss it out to Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11 now.
They run again with Carson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'm guaranteed the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Brady now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
L.J. Collier.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady over the middle. That's taken in by Gronkowski. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Succop will put this one right through, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go play action with Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans.
7 yards, the pickup there.
From the 24, Brady, and that'll be incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This for a 4th quarter lead. Succop's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but it throws it anyway.
So out come the Bucs now.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
To throw is Brady. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Fournette.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Suck up for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone.
Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again.
With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Wilson.
He'll find Eskridge here complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he got blown out. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
The Seahawks on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Again, Wilson.
And that's complete to Swain.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Wilson to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
For the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Fournette. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.